And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Rickman, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoes. But you know,
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think of
you.
something funny
All
and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well out there, you know, enjoying your Friday night. 'Tis Friday night, y'all. 'Tis a Friday night. What's up, Yogi Fish, John Caitlin, Lonely Banter, Tanu Vane, Mr. T12. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful and thriving Friday night. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday night, you know what I'm saying? And the mood is right. Something like that. TGIF. Anybody remember that? That's a deep cut. That's an old deep cut. But anyway, regardless, I hope you guys are enjoying your day or had enjoyed your day. Enjoying your night right now. It's Friday night, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, yeah, we are still, a lot of us are still locked up. It's kind of terrible, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? We all still locked up. Like, it's terrible, man. But, you know, at the same time, we're able to do this, have a good old time. You know what I'm saying? Kick it, chill, etc., etc., etc. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Tadoogie, what's up, man? How you doing? Good evening, my brother. Yeah, man, Yogi, you know, last time when you were on the show, when you called in, dropped the mic and walked off the damn stage, you know what I'm saying? It definitely had some lasting power, some staying power with that conversation that we had. And you know, Tanu Vane, of course, being a part of that conversation as well. Of course, you know, it's very much appreciated you were able to drop some knowledge on us, man. And, you know, it gave me quite a different perspective on things, to be really honest. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You were like Morpheus and I was Neo, and I took the pill and just, you know, jumped down the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the words of encouragement and the words of enlightenment, if you will. You know, I'm going to keep it straight funky. You know, I really did appreciate that. But, you know, as I was saying before, there's been a lot of things that have been going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things. A lot of craziness going on. You know what I'm saying? Still some things that I wasn't able to kind of talk about when we were on the show on this morning. And then I did a couple of pop-up videos today. You know, or I did a pop-up video today. So if you hadn't gotten a chance to check that out, be sure to check that out. You know, it was definitely something interesting and definitely something to talk about for sure. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, I will be opening the lines up here in a little bit. I just wanted to talk about a few things. You know, like I've gotten a few things given to me, but the thing is that one of them I still haven't really gotten a chance to really dive into. Tanu Vane sent me something that I really do appreciate him sending to me. He sent me a bunch of things, but, you know, tweeted me a bunch of things. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about, I just didn't, no offense to the source that was given to me, I just don't trust the source. But I saw the video, and the video is real. It's just the wording. It's just the way it was written out that I was not a big fan of. But of course, we got to talk about this thing. You know, I didn't like how it was written out. But like I said, it was very, very one-sided, in my personal opinion. But it was cool. It was good to get that information. It was good to see the actual video. So I'm going to tell this story, and I'm going to try to, re-edit the article because I didn't like the article. The article was very much clearly one side of the fence, and it was definitely opposing what's going on inside of the Black Lives Matter movement and all that. But at the same time, I appreciated getting this information. So still, no matter what is going on in the article is still very real. It's just a little biased, obviously. So without further ado, I'm just going to get into it here. So like I said, this is something from Business and Politics, bizpackreview.com. First time I've ever seen this website ever before in my life, but the actual video is real. So I'm going to tell this story. I'm going to try to edit as best as I can. So there was a Black Lives Matter march that happened in a Seattle residential area, and where the people who were marching, the Black Lives Matter members, was literally screaming at or yelling at the residents that were living, the white people that were living in these homes. They were basically yelling at these white residents to surrender their homes. Now, this is very, very real. This is very true, because at first when I read the article, I was like, this can't be real, especially the way the article was written. I didn't like it. Personally, I did not appreciate it. But at the same time, once I saw the video, I was like, bruh, this is very real. So we're going to see it live on the show. But let me give you a little bit of a background, and mind me if I edit a little bit as I read. So the political movement thrives on civil disobedience. See, I can already start editing right now. But anyway, the political movement thrives on civil disobedience as activists are quick to block major thoroughfares and intentionally inconvenience commuters on their way to and from work. But the radical movement is now looking to go one better. Now, in the third month since George Floyd's death, BLM protesters are still in the streets of Democrat-run cities like Chicago and Seattle. Expect a sudden loss of interest after the November election, which I find very interesting as well. I mean, I do feel that once the election happens, there might be a dip. I kind of do agree with that somewhat. So anyway, so there were some BLM members that were outside. There were white people that were looking outside of their windows, and basically there were people screaming up at the houses and these apartments saying, you should be giving up your house. You should be giving up, you should be giving up your living, your private domiciles, solely because by you living there, you basically helped kick black people out of their homes. So you know what? Actually, before I go all the way into it, and try to re-edit this article that I do not like at all whatsoever, I'm just gonna show you guys the actual video. I think it might be just better if I do that. Okay? Yes. Just so you know, Seattle BLM protesters march through residential neighborhoods and demand white people to give up their homes. They even say, open up your wallets. They say, give up your house. give black people back their homes. What are you going to do about it? Open up your wallets. So I'm going to show you guys the video because I need you guys to see it for yourselves. It's interesting enough. It's interesting enough to see. Here we go.
The structure at a cost of $230.
Whoop, hold on. Some windows open. Gotta love that stuff. Hold on one second. Hold on, guys. Okay. Got that fixed. Let's try this again. Yeah, I want you guys to see this as well.
Do you know that you are living in a historically black neighborhood right now? Do you know that? Do you know that before your white ass came here, this was all black people? Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know people like you came in here and basically bought all the land from the black people for less than what it was worth, kicked them out so you could live here? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, now you fucking do. Now do something about it.
Yeah.
Open your wallet. What are you gonna do?
Open your wallet.
You live in a historically black neighborhood. You live in a gentrified neighborhood.
Yeah.
You're part of that gentrification. So
Yeah.
how are you gonna fix it? What are you gonna do to fix it? Because you're part of that gentrification, that racist gentrification. How do you plan to fix it? Because you are living on black people land right now.
Yeah.
I mean, native land, but black people live here too.
Yeah.
So how do you plan to fix it? As a gentrifier, because you are part of that problem. How do you plan to fix it? Nothing. Just don't go nothing, huh? See, that's why your mom should have swallowed.
Wow. He just straight up said that. See, that's why your mom should have man. Bruh. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the problem here, okay? This particular video, here it is. Wow. The thing is I'm reading some of you guys' comments and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And Debate Me, thank you so much for the support, and everybody who's doing this, please, thank you. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you. Yeah, I get trolls in here all the time that'll come in here and just blast my stuff with dislikes, but here it is. Okay, now I need to know what you guys think about that particular video. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is. At the end of it, at the end of the day, I think that there's a lot of people that end up moving somewhere not knowing that it has been gentrified. I think that there's a lot of people that don't know the history of the area that they moved into before they moved into it, or they just never know what actually happened or what the background story of their said environment is. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's something else when somebody's like, it's something else when somebody is like, hey, this is what this used to be our home. This is where we used to live. Give up your home right now so that the black people can move back. How are they supposed to know that until you just said it right then and there? And then how is it their fault that happened? How is it their fault? Yes, maybe they are helping contribute, right? They're helping contribute to gentrification. They're helping contribute to kicking black families out of their homes, you know, kicking them out of the land that they owned before those white people came in and gentrified the F out of the place. But does that automatically mean it's their fault? And then it's like you going out into the street and screaming at an apartment with somebody living in it and telling them that one thing. What's that going to do? Is that going to solve the problem? That's the question. Is that going to solve the problem? Because I get it. I get what he's trying to say. Real talk. I hear him. But does that change anything? I'm going to answer for you. Hell to the no. That's not going to do a damn thing. It's not like that guy's going to go, well, like 5 minutes later, well, honey, we got to go and pack up our stuff. We're kicking black people out of here. It's not going to happen. Then when somebody else is sitting there going, open your wallets, what is that supposed to mean? What's that going to do? What does that benefit? Open your wallets. What does that do? What does that do? You see what I'm saying? Now, for all those who don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys are just starting to find out what's going on, here it is. So, okay, thank you, Tanner Vane, for sending me this much better article. A group of Black Lives Matter protesters in Seattle marched through a residential neighborhood this weekend demanding the white residents give up their homes, okay? In a very, obviously, as you just saw, as the video shows. So, a crowd of dozens chanting Black Lives Matter before an unidentified man projects his ire towards nearby white residents, saying they are living in a historically black section of the city, as another woman in the crowd yells that they should give up their homes. The clip shows, as we already just saw. And the other guy is sitting there going, don't you realize that, you moving here just kicked out all the black people that used to live here. Black people used to own the homes that you live in right now and all that. And I get that. I get that he's spitting some knowledge to them, spitting some facts, but what does that change? Then on top of it, open your wallets. What the hell is that? What is that supposed to mean? So, I throw the question out to you guys because I'd really like to know what your thoughts are. I get that he is trying to relay a message and get his point across, but I think he's doing it the wrong way, and I think he's barking up the wrong tree. That's what I think. They're going out into the middle of these I guess, newly, if not just old, gentrified white neighborhoods. They went into the white suburbs. They went into the white suburbs to say all these things, to protest. But what does that change? What does that do? What is that accomplishing, guys? What is that accomplishing? They're talking to the wrong people. They're barking up the wrong tree, and they're marching in the wrong places they're not marching in the right place. All they're doing is spreading more negative thoughts, they're perpetuating the stereotype of the Black Lives Matter movement right now. They're not, as I always say, they're not helping, they're hindering themselves. See, that stuff I hate. I hate seeing those kind of videos, man. You know what I'm saying? And now, even more, for the past month or so now, I've been seeing nothing but negative stuff, negative outcomes, and ignorant ass stuff that are going on. Videos, clips and little things from Black Lives Matter movement. And it's like, the Black Lives Matter movement should not be like this. It should be more positive. But lately, the last month, I've just been seeing nothing but this kind of trash. And I'm just like, what? Like the other day when we talked about the girl saying, oh, us getting a Gucci bag, that's us getting our reparations. What is that? What is that? What is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read some of your comments real quick. Let's see. Lots of comments. Still going through. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Blasting through it. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I went through okay, Yogi Fish. I went through a co-op building that once was Section 8 housing. I moved out of there after a year. I don't know why anyone, okay, Michael D, I don't know why anyone would have a problem. It does suck. It does suck. People are so ignorant and have to hate here for some reason. Oh, okay. So there's other people. Yeah, there's going to be people doing stupid stuff. I understand what he's trying to say to the white folks living there. I just think he worded it poorly. And I think, okay, so here it is. True. Maybe he worded it poorly. Maybe it's because he had a moment to be on his soapbox and he's screaming at a guy that he's got, some guy he finally got some attention from. And he's just sitting there going, do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're perpetuating? Etc. But still, I don't know. I understand what they're saying, but we are missing. But what we are missing today is our Martin Luther King. Yes, and we've talked about that. We kind of talked about that on the show the other night when Yogi Fish walked in and just dropped the mic on this ish. But some real stuff, absolutely. We don't have somebody who's out here demonstrating how it should be. Out there right now is kind of turned into the Wild Wild West, which sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's turned into a way. It's turned down. It's gone down a rabbit hole that it doesn't even need to go down. Real talk, it shouldn't even go down. Michael D, open your wallets. Trying to say to support local businesses and help fund local areas with local taxes, but it was a sentence fragment. Yeah, so she didn't get the right info conveyed. Yeah, I can see what you're saying in regards to that. Michael D. The thing is like I also see her saying like open your wallets to like support the Black Lives Matter movement, maybe help fund us or something like that. But it just seems so weird. It just seemed weird to me. It just didn't seem right. Like that whole conversation that was there, I truly believe. Well, I would think that the originators, let's just say, of the Black Lives Matter organization would not sit here and say that that's exactly what we stand for. I don't think that they would say that. I would think they would be like, bruh, that's not good. That's not right either. They shouldn't even, yes, there are some truths in that, but there's a time and place for everything. And the open your wallets thing just seemed kind of sad. Just didn't make sense to me. Random people lack skills to properly organize and channel their energy. They need a good leader. Otherwise, wasted energy with no focus. Absolutely. Debate me. Absolutely. There's a lot of dark money from BLM donations. Hank, I've heard many, many stories, more than I can even imagine, more than I can even fathom right now. Let's see. We got to do better, man. People listening to the wrong people. See, in the LB, I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree. I think we're in a situation where there are now people who are going, I hate to say this. I don't want to say these things, but I'm saying it anyway. I feel like there's a lot of people out here that are sitting here going, oh, we now got this soapbox. So now we can say anything we want. Any radical idea that we have, we going to say it. That's literally what I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I feel like, instead of them saying things that have any type of substance that are going to move people, they say stupid shit like that. Sorry. I don't curse very often on this show, but I did then. There's no other word. That's stupid shit. Sorry. I ain't down for that. He could have used that opportunity to say, okay, yeah, you're living here, blah, blah, blah. If you want to make some changes, talk to your local, talk to your neighborhood, or talk to the people that run your neighborhood. Talk to the higher ups, the government officials, and try to help us make something happen. Let's sign a petition. Come on, white people in the suburbs, come help us. Be a part of the movement. Instead of ostracizing him by saying, yeah, so see, that's why your mom should have swallowed. I'm just sorry. That's not what you say. That's not what you say to somebody that you're trying to say, get on your side. You don't say that stuff, man. Come on, man. To Doogie, the more videos like this come out, the more loss or credibility BLM will have. It's a shame. Absolutely. Look up Talented 10th and Bowl, and you'll understand about MLK. Okay, that's a separate discussion that you guys are having, I'm assuming. Did you get to talk about the 5G? Also, did you read about Tim Sweeney interview, that link I posted? I didn't see the link, Jimmy. I did not see the link, but we can definitely rap about 5G later on, or in another one for sure. Let's see. Guys, I say if Pascal plays something with his guitar, we should all share the video to 5 people. He has to play something in the right key, though. Yeah. Yes. As far as the guitar stuff, yeah, maybe on a weekend show or something like that, for sure. Actually, Yogi Fish. Actually, the originators of the BLM feel that way. It's on their website, Marxist Manifesto. That's what's up. Oh, I'm not sitting here saying that I don't understand Marxism. I'm just talking about the organization and all that. I mean, we could talk about Marxism all day long, and that's not what I'm interested in talking about. I'm talking about the outside. I'm talking about that there is no control. You see that. There are people out here, even without a bullhorn, without a megaphone, without a microphone, that feel that they have a right to say whatever crazy stuff that they want to say. And there's nobody's filtering it. Nobody is censoring it. Nobody's in there that should be like, okay, if the Chicago organization in Chicago, if they got the leaders there, those are the people that they should be going to talk about things, not just randomly take some random person that says that they're a leader. I mean, unless she really is the leader, for her to go up on the mic and start saying some stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this dude. Going up and screaming at the homes, at people who are living in their homes, saying stuff that, yes, is true, but at the same time, time and place for everything. That's what I think. You know? That's all. But anyway, I just think it's something very, very interesting. It is very, very annoying. And, when I got this sent to me, I was just kind of like, all right, you know what? I need to talk about this because it is really frustrating and annoying, and it shouldn't be happening at all. So we're going to move on to the next topic here. Keep in mind, if a bunch of random people get together and start saying BLM, they will be called BLM simply by saying those words. It could be KKK and marking and marking saying BLM, and they call me BLM. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything at this point. Real talk. Debate me. Like, that's what's so frustrating. Anybody can go up there, gather together, scream out Black Lives Matter, and then all this craziness goes down, and then Black Lives Matter gets in trouble for all those things. It's like I said, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And, you know, it's just, that's what I mean by, like, it just gets old after some time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's just the thing. And but that's something that I just wanted to talk about and bring up. It's something that I found very interesting. And it's, like I said, I just wish that there was more organization in the organization. You know, I wish they would just get more organized, get together and get their points on point and unified. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second, guys. I got to pull something up here.
Oh my God, it got her.
But on another left turn, which I will show you guys here in a second, I actually got to see a movie today or tonight. Yeah, I got a chance to sit down for 5 minutes and actually watch a movie. What? Hold on, guys. Look at it. Sorry, I've been getting messages from the girlfriend, and I guess she sent me something I didn't even know what the heck it was. So we're going to look at that in a second here because I don't know what it is. We'll look at it in 2 seconds. But I got a chance to see a movie, and I'm very excited about it, or about telling you guys about this movie. Real quick, I got to see that new movie, Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Project Power. Now, here it is, man. Real talk. I enjoyed it. I didn't like the title. I don't like the title at all, but I did enjoy the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a no-brainer. You know, it's fun. So Project Power, obviously Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Dominique Fishback. And so here it is. The synopsis is, when a pill that gives users unpredictable superpowers for 5 minutes hits the streets of New Orleans, a teenage dealer, a local cop, and an ex-soldier team up to take down the group responsible for its creation. So, for what it is, for what it was, for what it's worth, it sounds like it should be on TLC or something. Absolutely, I totally agree. So apparently, it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be called Power, but they had a lot of legal issues in regards to calling it just Power. So they decided to call it Project Power, which personally, it's a lot of P's. Project Power. Personally, Pascal. Anyway, personally, I'm not a big fan. I was just not a big fan of the title. They could have just named it something else. Kind of seems a little weak sauce, but at the same time, the movie was pretty good. Jamie Foxx is really good in it, as always. I don't think I've ever seen anything with him in it where he's been a bad actor. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was very good as well. Actually, he was actually surprisingly pretty good. And Dominique Fishback did a good job. You know what I'm saying? For the young girl that helps save the day, being the teenage dealer, she was actually really exciting, and it was exciting to watch. The whole thing was really cool. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. You know, I'll say this though. it was lacking a little bit in the script. I'm going to say that. There wasn't much. I feel like I said, it's perfect. It is perfect for Netflix. It's definitely a direct to stream movie. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So I enjoyed it for what it's worth, but at the same time, there was just a lot of things that just were lacking. It didn't have a whole lot of substance in the script. So it was really the script that kind of fell flat. Cinematography was dope. The special effects were incredible. Man, the fight sequences were dope. All of that. Everything was really fantastic. But the main thing really was just the script, man. The script it was kind of meh. A little meh. Oh, there is some cameos in there. If you watch a lot of YouTube and stuff like that, there is one cameo in there I think that a lot of people will enjoy, given the fact that if you are a YouTuber, if you watch a lot of YouTube and watch a lot of people who vlog, that's kind of a nice little hint there. It was really cool to see somebody that's usually on the net on the stream. You know what I mean? So that was kind of cool. So yeah. So definitely, if you get a chance, go check it out. Definitely a good time. Definitely worth the watch. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or have had any time to go and check it out, but definitely go check it out. You know, if you get a chance. Mao was a student of Marx, and one of his tactics was to start an organization, but don't have leaders, because if the leader dies, the movement dies. He said, "Be like a fish in the sea among other fish." Ooh, that's what's up. That's very interesting, enemy. For sure. Yeah, debate me. I don't know what I mean. It's great. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a lot of bots that come in every once in a while and try to, wreck shop. You know what I'm saying? And Tanner Vane, yes, AMC, a lot of other theaters are starting to finally open. Starting, pretty soon. AMC is not opening until like the 21st, so not until next week. But there are a lot of other theaters that are going to be opening up as well. And I don't know about you. Like I said, I am not going to the theaters anytime soon. Not unless I'm strapped up. Not unless I have a full-on hazmat suit with a gas mask. I don't know, man. Circulating my own air or something like that. I don't feel right being in a theater right now. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll jump into a plane and fly, and I'll risk that because I got to do that type of thing. But as far as like going and being in a movie theater, that stuff scares the crap out of me, man. Boys. Jenny H. Been watching Boys on Prime Video. Been crazy, worth a watch. Boys. Let's cover up. Yep. Enemy Nation. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? We definitely all need to cover up. Full on hazmat suits, a disinfectant spray, you name it, everything. Okay. They're restarting the unlimited pass too, so I can go at weird hours when it's empty. And that's the thing. I mean, if I'm going to do anything, that's the thing I'm going to do, is when I'm going to be by my damn self, when it's going to be empty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot the time that they call that. When you go to the theater and you go check out a movie, it's like the early bird special or something like that. I forgot what it's called. It's been so long since I've been in a movie. So you know what I mean? It's that time when like movie tickets are like $5, that kind of thing. I forgot the name of it. But so Emil, I have not seen the statistics of coronavirus in Sweden. Why don't you tell us? Comment down below and let me know. Matinee. Thank you, Tanu Vane. Matinee. Matinee is like the time that I would probably go, when I know nobody's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like a 10 o'clock, like super early in the morning type thing, when I know nobody is going to be in there. Because I ain't down for that. I ain't about that life, bruh. I ain't about that life at all. Seriously. That stuff is terrifying, in my personal opinion. Oh boy. Okay. So now there's another thing that we need to talk about. Unfortunately, this is an unfortunate thing, and I gotta be straight funky with you guys. You know, it's another not so great story. And I'm trying to decide whether to jump into this or not, or save it for another day. Hold on 1 second. So, now, I don't know if you guys know about this story, but it is something that I've been wanting to bring up and talk about for a while. It isn't the greatest story in the world. It's kind of sad, to be really, really honest, but it has to do, it's really sad, actually, sorry. But this has to do with the death of a 16-year-old named Cornelius Fredericks. And I don't know if you guys know about this. I'm sure you don't. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Thank you, Jacqueline, for your patience. So the thing is that Cornelius Fredericks, 16 years old, died in May after he was restrained by staff members at a residential facility in Michigan. So they just they released the footage a little bit ago, earlier in July. And the thing is that what's really sad is that this is a situation where Cornelius was in the cafeteria. He was really upset. He was having a temper tantrum. He threw a sandwich in the cafeteria. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, a whole bunch of security people, the staff members and all that, started to restrain him and basically get on top of him. And so we're gonna show you guys the video, or we're gonna talk about it. There's a little bit of a recap video here, and just recently it's been now circulating even more in the news right now, because it's starting to bring up some other questions in regards to the actual company that was the organization that oversees all these programs for these orphaned children. And this is just really terrible, but I wanted to show you guys this, so let's see that real quick.
We begin tonight with that gut-wrenching new video at the center of the case of the death of a teenage boy. Good evening, I'm Alan Campbell.
And I'm Glenda Lewis. We do want to warn you, it is disturbing. The video shows the moments leading up to the death of the Detroit teenager who was restrained by staff in a Kalamazoo youth home.
It's now part of a $100 million lawsuit. 7 Action News reporter Darren Cunningham walks us through the tragedy.
Attorney Jeffrey Feiger says the Kalamazoo County Prosecutor's Office released the footage, not the facility, which he says refused to and wanted to settle quietly. Again, you may find this hard to watch. We are not showing you all of it for that reason. It's also important to note that most of the faces are blurred because many are minors and not every staff member involved has been charged. Staff at Lakeside Academy in Kalamazoo tried to sit Cornelius Fredericks upright April 29th, but 16-year-old Cornelius, an orphan from Detroit, isn't able to sit up. He slumps over, lifeless, back to the floor. So what could have led to this?
Children are really powerless and they're voiceless. The kinds of horrors that we've witnessed on this videotape would never be disclosed to us if Cornelius had survived.
Attorney Jeffrey Feiger says the 18-minute clip released from the Kalamazoo County Prosecutor's Office for some unknown reason jumps twice. But towards the beginning of this altercation, Cornelius threw a sandwich at another person. After throwing a second sandwich, staff took him down to the floor, restraining him for at least the next 8 minutes. At one point, there's 7 men holding him down. Feiger, who says Cornelius was also restrained in January, calls it barbaric.
He's not fighting at all because you'll see his shoes are just, and his feet are just lying there. So while these maniacs, and I use that word advisedly because I think that's being kind to maniacs, are killing him for no reason whatsoever.
There's another jump in the video right before the group gets off of Cornelius. From there, it takes at least 2 minutes before anyone tried administering CPR. The medical examiner says the teen went into cardiac arrest after being suffocated. Sadly, Cornelius died 2 days later, the coroner ruling it a homicide.
This is what happens when you turn over, you privatize, and you turn over facilities that really should be much more regulated and overseen.
The state has pulled the license for Lakeside Academy, which is owned by Sequel Youth and Family Services. In a statement to 7 Action News, Sequel says in part, quote, "We continue to mourn the senseless and tragic loss of Cornelius and are aware of the video footage released today. The actions taken by the staff members in that video do not adhere to the Sequel and Lakeside Academy policies and procedures," end quote. 3 people have been charged so far. In Southfield,
Now, what's interesting is that with this particular situation, the story has continued because the Sequel Youth and Family are now the company that oversees this whole program is now being under investigation because apparently they restrain their children. They use certain things like restraining these children when they're not supposed to be doing that in the first place. They practice restraining these kids as part of a disciplinary action. So if any time, say, someone like Cornelius gets upset and throws a tantrum and throws a sandwich across a cafeteria, not only do they get a whole bunch of men, grown-ass men on their backs, but they also get restrained, strapped up, you name it. They get restrained. So now the Sequel Youth and Family Organization is now under heavy investigation solely because of not only because of the death of Cornelius Fredericks, but because there's been other accounts, other stories of children being restrained. Now, what's really crazy to me about this story is when you see that he is lifeless. There is no life in his body. They put his body back on the ground and they stand around for minutes. Not one of them go down and try to perform CPR. Not one of them goes and calls the ambulance. Not one of them does anything. They just sit there. Dumbfounded, I guess. Looking like a whole bunch of fools just standing there. And then they go call the ambulance. Unbelievable. Mind you, I also want to point this out. This is a young, black, 16-year-old boy. And none of them were cops. I'm just pointing that out. This ain't police brutality up in this piece. These are just stupid-ass people that think that they have some authority on these young kids. He threw a sandwich, y'all, and you saw the first guy just shove him to the ground. What's that all about? That's where it starts. That's where it goes wrong, right there. That's the kind of discipline that they have over there? A 16-year-old boy who doesn't have any parents, who's angry at the world, probably fed up with getting restrained or disciplined the way that the Sequel Youth and family, do their disciplinary actions, and threw a sandwich. And that's it. Sad. It's extremely sad. And I'm seeing some of you guys' comments, and that's what it is. It's like, it's really, really sad, Yogi. Absolutely, Yogi Fish. Totally sad. Watch someone say his obesity contributed to his death. You know what, Mr. T12? I hope it doesn't, because you could clearly see in the video the first guy in the navy blue hoodie just shoves him off. Just kind of shoves him off the seat and says, you know what I mean? And then jumps on top of him. Man, that they messed up. They're the ones. Those people, the staff is where they messed up big time. You know what I mean? To Doogie, ruled a homicide. At least they call a spade a spade. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That should absolutely. Mr. T12, restraints are legal given the proper training, technique, reason if performed in the allotted time. Yeah. No. See, now I understand that, but the thing is that this is not a juvenile. This is not like he's not in juvie. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, if he acts a fool or gets upset about something or throws a tantrum, I get it. He's a kid. Kids are gonna do those things, but you don't tie him up to a bed or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't do those kinds of restraints. There's better ways to discipline the children, a more effective way of disciplining the children. That's all. It's so sad. Jenny H. Have a friend who was a special education teacher. She quit due to disciplinary policies. The cruelty she witnessed was unbelievable. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's so many things that happen behind closed doors that people don't know, especially when they don't have patience for certain kids. Some kids are, have anger issues. Some kids are hyperactive. Some kids can be really, really annoying. Some kids can really be annoying, but that's the thing. That's what you get trained to deal with those things. You don't restrain the children. You just don't do that. That kind of discipline is not how it should be. This is what happens when you do something like this. This is exactly what happens. That's terrible. It's terrible, man. Anyway, I'm going to open up the phone lines for a quick call. So give me a call, 314-766-4581. And let's talk a little bit. For sure. Jacqueline, he didn't stand a chance with all that weight on him. Absolutely. Also, tampering with the video. Also, possible tampering with the video. That's a good possibility too. I mean, it's so terrible, and I feel like yes, they should have known. They killed him after him like that, and I feel like they did after that. After they were on top of him, after they were on top of him like that, absolutely. I think after all of that, boom, it clearly showed. Like that's why they all stopped. They all just stood up and just stared at his body and didn't do anything. And and I understand that maybe some of them were panicking. I understand that there's panic. I understand that there's regret. There's emotions. There's a lot of things going on, that are going on in somebody's body when they realize that they contributed to a young man's death. But at the same time, man, I wish somebody went quickly to run up to him and perform CPR. They just let him sit there. It's crazy. It's so sad. So sad, man. But anyway, like I said, phone lines are open. 314-766-4581. And yes, the full video is on YouTube, Mr. T12. uncensored, and it is most definitely really, really bad. There is also a missing timestamp. So it was edited to save face. You know, that's true. And the actual length of that video, the full video, the one that I've seen is about 18 minutes, is a little bit over 18 minutes long. And it's still terrible, you know? And now people are catching wind of the story now. Now people are hearing about this story, which is sad. Very, very sad. Enemy Nation, dang. 4 million. One of my cousins was suffocated to death in restraints in juvie. His mom got $4 million. Damn, that's amazing. Looks like that place, Lakeside Academy, is closed down. Yeah, so that's the other thing. So Lakeside Academy, Lakeside for children, that academy is, from my understanding, completely shut down. Completely, utterly shut down. Oh, boy. Now, I'm going to jump into this other conversation real quick. It's like I said, that story does really break my heart. It is really, really terrible. But we got to talk about this whole thing with Kamala Harris and birthism. The heck is this all about? This birther conspiracy theory that's been floating around. I don't know why this is a thing. I really don't know why this is a thing. So apparently President Trump says he has heard, quote unquote, Democratic candidate Kamala Harris doesn't qualify, in quotes, to serve as U.S. vice president, amplifying a fringe legal theory critics decry as racist. I'm just reading this, all right? And we could talk about it, all right? So here are some things. She was born in the U.S. to a Jamaican father and an Indian mother in Oakland, California, October 20th, 1964. As such, she is eligible to serve as president or vice president. So, of course, we already know that Trump was going after Barack Obama for years, or for a little bit there, saying that, basically saying that Obama was not born in the U.S. and he is not legally eligible to run or be president of the United States. So Mrs. Harris, a California senator, was named on Tuesday as the first woman of color to serve as a running mate on a main party U.S. presidential ticket. So it's interesting. So for some odd reason, people think that because her parents were not born in this country, but she was born here, that she's not eligible to be president or eligible to run as vice president. Now, one of the things I find very interesting is, why wouldn't they have said this way long before, when she was even running to begin with, when she was running against Biden? But now this is the thing that's coming out and circulating all throughout the ether. So I put that out there. I put that question out to you guys, because I know that there's a lot of people that feel some type of way, regardless. I know all y'all have feel some type of way about Harris, about Biden, about Trump. Shoot, even about Pence. Remember that guy? So definitely comment down below and let me know what you think on that, because I would love to know what you think on this. I mean, I think it's really stupid. I think it's extremely ridiculous. I think it's stupid as hell. I don't think that there's any reason anyone should be even batting an eye to these theories, to these conspiracy theories. I mean, it's just a distraction. Like Kanye is a distraction to the main goal, whichever that goal is. Kanye is a distraction. This birthism thing is a huge distraction. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. For sure. You know, Lonely Banner, it's a stupid thing. Let's see. I think it originated in a Newsweek article or op-ed. Yep, it did. It most definitely did. And the funny thing is that Trump said something along the lines of that the person who wrote it was a very knowledgeable person. He didn't really say like, oh, I approve this message, but he was approving of the person who wrote the article, which I found very interesting as well. You know what I mean? Yes, I agree. Just more Trump foolishness and more just distractions. Like I said, just more distractions. Now I know that Newsweek is pretty left, pretty much on the left. But which is interesting. That's very interesting. Unless, I got my theories. I'm not gonna deep dive into the theories, but the thing is that here it is, Yogi. He's not. Trump didn't bring it up, but he also is sitting there saying, "Oh well, the person who wrote it is a very reliable person. It's a reliable source. The man is very intelligent man. You know what I mean? Very intelligent. Good, one of the great guy. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like he was sitting there and saying that, but he was behind that article in a way. He was endorsing it, sort of, because he didn't sit in there and go, I don't believe anything that was said, but he's still a credible source. Something like that. You know what I mean? Obama's Harvard bio said that he was born in Kenya, probably used it to get in under some foreign quota, and again under his bio in this first book to his father, but later changed it. This was up until 2006. Okay. Okay, Yogi Fish. You know, I guess I'm allowed to say my crazy theories to be straight funky with all y'all, and I don't want any hate. And I don't want any mean phone calls. I'm just going to say my theory. My theory is this. I think that maybe Trump paid that man to write that article in Newsweek. Straight up. Boom. I said it. That's what I think. So then he can walk in and go, hey, well, you know, or maybe encouraged him. Maybe not paid him, but maybe he encouraged him. Just a quick phone call. Hey, write out this crazy theory. Like, you know, if you feel this way, write it out. You know, let's just mess with it a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, that's what I think. I think that maybe he just said, "Hey, I'm not going to sit here and condone it. I'm not going to sit here and go out there and go say I said this and I agree. But if you want to write it, go ahead, knock yourself out. Go ahead. In fact, that's great because you have a completely different magazine, completely different, media than anything else. And you guys are more on the left. So this is great. Let's mess them up. Let's mess them up a little bit. That's just what I think. I can't get anything. I can't think of I don't know. I always feel personally. Thank you, Yogi. Okay, so what I'm saying isn't crazy. Fantastic. You know what I mean? To Doogie, yeah, maybe Roger Stone in action. Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Yogi Fish said I could see the setup for Trump to use it, Pascal. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, hey, you know what? If you want to do, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. And while you're at it, sprinkle some crack on him. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of what it feels like. Hey, boom, just do that. We good. You know, Lonely Banner. You got legit stuff to criticize Kamala about, but they coming up with fake stuff. Absolutely. That's the other thing too. There's plenty of other things that we could be dragging her through the dirt, driving, like just putting her under the bus, yo. Just straight goom, all day long. But we're busy looking at this birthism crap that has nothing to do with anything. It's stupid and it's a waste of time. In my personal opinion, you know, like Newsweek could write an article about how terrible of a pick she is, than writing that trash. Sad. Like I said, I always feel that Trump's doing the Kansas City shuffle. Okay, everybody looks left while he goes right, because he's always going, "Hey, everybody, look that way," and then he does. You know what I'm saying? That's what I keep feeling. And I feel like this is a Kansas City shuffle. He's trying to distract, like there's a distraction so that he can do something else. You know? Oh, no. Oh, very reliable source. Very reliable source. Totally reliable guy. Great guy. You know, we used to play golf together. You know, he's great. Just great. You know what I mean? So... You know what, Enemy Nation? I'm gonna pull up the. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's find out for sure. 110%, right here. That is a good question, and I want to make sure that we are fully officially on point here. Yep. News media biased chart. Shall we? We shall. Got to download it really quick, and then we're going to pull it up here. Skadoosh, baby. So that we can all see this, all right? Come on. Yeah, like I said, you know, like, hey, you know, Jacqueline, your theory makes sense. Trump is very capable of doing something like that. Yeah, I ain't trying to be somebody trying to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that. And I'm not trying to make up or make anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, just feels like something that he would kind of do just to mess with people, mess with the media. That's it. I feel like nowadays more, now that I've heard from like Enemy Nation and other people on this chat, I have now kind of turned my ear a little bit differently whenever I listen to Trump. And sometimes I'm going, is he just talking ish? Is he talking a whole bunch of mess? Because it feels like maybe he is. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? So anyway, here we go. Boom. It is right here. So it is it is in between of skews left and neutral. You know? So it's a little bit off center. Left center, if you will. There you go. That's where Newsweek is on the media bias chart. Just so you guys know. So for them to write that article is kind of a little bit of a surprise. I would expect it more on somewhere, you know, OAN or shoot. Washington, the Washington, no, sorry, not even the New York Post. You know, I would expect it from somewhere over on the right. Let's just say that, you know, and, you know, definitely not. Definitely not right wing. So there you have it. So now we have that. Now we know that. So there you go. It's a very interesting, you know, it's a very interesting thing when you find that kind of stuff out, you know, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. That's different. You know, oh, yeah, the progressive left don't like, man, shoot. The black community isn't a fan of her. I mean, there's a lot of other things. Like I said, we could be talking facts instead of falsities. or as Enemy Nation has said, false. What did he say? I'm forgetting it now. What did you say? Enemy Nation, false something. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. But it is very interesting that that's coming to that. But it is what it is. Falsehoods. Thank you. Thank you, Enemy Nation. Falsehoods. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So there you go. John Johnson's, sorry I'm late to the live stream, but thank you for everything you do. John Johnson, thank you so much for the support, and thank you so much for that wonderful comment. I really do appreciate that. You know what I mean? I really do appreciate it. Let MSM tell it to the black community. Tell it, the black community love Kamala. Yeah, see, Kamala Harris. I can't even say her name right. I always screw it up. But yes, see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I'm waiting for people to sit here. I sit back and I'm like, I'm just waiting to see her say something different. You know what I mean? To speak to the black community a little bit, other than just ha ha ha, I smoked weed and listened to Tupac. When apparently during the time that she went to college, Tupac wasn't even making music at the time, bruh. So there's just a lot of Kamala. Yeah, thank you, Kamala. Thank you. Thank you, John. But see what I'm saying? Like, I smoked weed too. But then she went and incarcerated so many people for possession of marijuana. It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Yes. Thank you, LB. Facts. Facts and facts. You know what I mean? Exactly, Lonely Bay. What else, man? What else, man? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. John, have you heard the new packet? That all teachers in California, they're training a week before school starts, whether it's going to be online or in person, on how it's called by a Marxist theory. What? I'll get the name of it in 1 minute. Sure. Yeah, drop that knowledge, John. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. You know what, Mr. T12, Tupac was alive during the dinosaurs. When dinosaurs roamed this earth, Tupac was still alive then too. This man is eternal, okay? This man can walk on water. He hung out with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He taught Jesus everything he knew. Just saying. Tupac's been alive. And he's still alive to this day, chilling in Mexico, enjoying his life. Here it is. If Tupac is alive, like if there is a Clayton Bigsby out here in real life, real talk in real life, then Tupac is still alive. That's all I'm going to say. I've said it before in another video. Then aliens exist. You feels me? Just saying. Corn Pops. She meant Tupac Corn Pop. I'm done, bruh. I'm done. Yeah, LB. Kamala be pandering like a mug. 50th try. What's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for checking me out on Twitch. Welcome to the Twitch family and welcome to the show. Thank you for dropping by. $2 a day. But yes. So that's the thing, man. You know, so that was just something I found very interesting. I mean, people are like up in arms and they're acting a fool and tripping about some damn thing that doesn't even exist. Oh no, because her mom is Indian and her dad is Jamaican. That can't. No, she has to be. Her parents have to be born and raised here for her to be considered eligible to do this thing. That's so stupid, man. It's stupid. It'd be dope if Pac and Hendrix came out with a new collaborative album. Michael D, bruh, I would pay so much money for that. But I'm telling you, it better be fire. if that was true. I'd be so angry if it wasn't. Do you understand, Michael D? Do you understand how pissed off I'd be? Do you understand how fired up I would be if that album was not good? Shoot, I would be writing a hell of a Yelp review. Shoot. Anyway. Damn, that's how much prisoners get paid to fight wildfires. $2? Damn. That's what Kanye was talking about, abolishing the 13th Amendment, because it allows for forced labor of prisoners. Ah, that's what's up. 50th try. You know what? I dropped some serious money on that album. I'm going to be real. All right. 50th try. I would drop some serious money because I thought Jimi Hendrix was amazing and I loved Tupac. So I think it would be amazing if that'd be dope as hell, man. That kind of collaboration hybrid. Oh my God, that would be fire. I'm sorry. That'd be fire. And corrupts the system. Yeah, John, I understand. Landslide coming November 3rd. Libs, prepare your Canadian passports. Yeah, you know what? Here it is. Enemy Nation. I'm just kind of waiting. I'm sitting back. I'm gonna sit pretty. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely, like I've always said a million times, I'm gonna have my bag of popcorn. I'm gonna have my beer. You know what I'm saying? And God willing, I mean, I probably won't be smoking it, but it'll be just there, lit up, just a joint, a blunt, just chilling on the side, just smoking on the side. And when ish hits the fan, whether it is good or not, I will either jump up and down in joy, or I will pass around said blunt to share with everyone else and let everybody get high. Because honestly, whoever wins, this whole country is going down in a barrel of burning cat piss. I'm just going to keep it straight funky with y'all. And until there's somebody right that's going to step up and be the man or woman that they need to be to lead our people the right way, we all going to be smoking this weed together and going, well, shit. Whether he wins or loses. That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm nervous no matter what. The 14th Amendment needs to be relitigated in SCOTUS once RGB is finally out. We all meet here. Yes, and pass a virtual peace pipe. John, I'm telling you, I think that's what's going to be the plan. I'm thinking about doing planning it out now ahead of time, doing a live party, like a watch party, while we watch the numbers going up, and we just watch it all together and just watch it in just biting our nails, sitting there expecting chaos to ensue, and just watch it. You know what I mean? And 50th try is absolutely true. Politics are chaos. I mean, here it is. They're all lying. That's what they do. They say, hey, look, I'm going to do all these really great things. I'm going to change your world. You know what I mean? I'm going to change your world, girl. And then you realize that the dude only has one pair of socks and wears the same pair of underwear every day. And see what I'm saying? He has only one good jacket. You know what I'm saying? Giving you that front. And that's the thing. I'm worried about that. I do have Discord, but I don't use it. I have it, but I don't use it. But it's the Pascal Show. That's it. That's my Discord. I just don't use it. I mean, it's on. I use it. It's on. I just don't. Like I said, I just don't rock with it. I don't use it because I don't even know how to freaking use that thing, man. I already do enough crap. Trust. Every single day. I'm like, man, if I could have somebody who could just run that stuff for me, all that technical stuff, man, I'd have a holly jolly Christmas. Because a lot of times it's just too much. There's just too much technical crap every day. I'm like, man, I just need something that turns on. I can see myself. You can see me. I can hear you guys. But apparently, Discord is life. Is Discord life? I guess it is. Woo. You got me sweating, y'all. See, and that's the other thing. Okay, so see, that's the thing. Like, I guess I'll learn how to use it. If you're saying it's lit, Enemy Nation, but real talk, like, see, that's the thing. I'm the exact same way, John. Like, I just feel like it's just so much, and then I'm like, okay, if I use that, would I still be able to see you guys? Like, that's the question. It's like, would I still be able to see you guys in that Discord? I don't know. Like I said, I just don't know how to use it, properly. But like I said, I'm on Discord, but I just don't know how to use it. A friend of mine set it up, and then he kind of walked away from it. Bruh, LB, I'm telling you, it's so overwhelming sometimes, because it's just like, if it's not Twitter, it's Twitch. If it's not Twitch, it's Twitter. If it's not Twitter, it's Instagram. Then it's TikTok. Then it's freaking Facebook. Then oh my God, man. Then it's YouTube, and it's like, oh boy, there is so much stuff you got to do. And I'm just like, I'm too busy trying to come up with concepts and, setting up a show and doing little pop-up videos and all that stuff. I ain't got time for now Discord. I ain't got time for no Discord, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It is, it's overwhelming, bruh. Enemy Nation, I'm going to look into that for real. I mean, like I said, I had somebody set it up, and he did a really good job setting it up. It's just that I don't use it. Like I said, I just don't mess with it. But maybe I just need to sit down, watch a tutorial, and just start using the damn thing. Jenny H, you know what I mean? A Zoom party would be a really, really good idea. But I was just about to say this thing, because Tanny Vane said something that is a very good possibility. I expect that there will be a 1 month delay before we have enough ballots counted to call the election. I have a feeling that's a possibility too. I do have a feeling that's a possibility. This might be the weirdest. This might be the weirdest and longest wait for results ever. I think that's what it is. Is there any poll data available that shows amount of Indian support Kamala is getting? I don't know. I don't know, Mr. T. That's a very good question. I don't know. It's a damn good question, bro. Damn good question. Damn good question. Oh, come on. But I do promise, if Debate Me is still on here, I do promise one day very soon I will pick up that guitar and I will play it on the show. I promise. I wonder if he's still here. Is Debate Me still here? Look up BIPOC. I'm looking it up, enemy. Hold on. On YouTube or just Google? That's great, Jenny H. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of other states that are just having problems. You know what I'm saying? Okay. BIPOC. Like, just look up what it means. I guess that's what you're trying to say. I was thinking it was like black something people of color. So black indigenous people of color. Gotcha. Word. People of color type group. Okay. Gotcha. They want to end the reparations push. Okay. I have a huge chaos symbol tattoo that covers my entire back. It's more than a theory to me. Interesting. Theory that had okay. It says facts prove racism. That's why they don't want. A lot of teachers are now talking to the California papers saying they're not teaching this to their children. Interesting. Ah, okay. This is new. I've never, I've never heard of this. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Kamala is definitely a BIPOC. Interesting. There's also a fairly big Indian population in Jamaica. Wouldn't it be funny if Jamaica hacked the upcoming elections while we were all worried about China and Russia? That would be funny as hell. I would laugh my balls off. I'm telling you, that would be funny as hell. You know, like I said, everybody looks left and some other stuff is going on in the right. Kansas City Shuffle works every time. 60% of the time, it works every time. You know what I mean? Just saying. Reza Ramon, what's up, man? What's up, brother? But yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to dive into that a little bit more for sure, because I've never heard of the BIPOC, BIPOC, BIPOC. You know. So, anyway, guys. Let's see. Honestly, I've never heard of that before. American descendants of slavery? Honestly, I've never heard of that one before. Yeah, I was going to say, is it similar? Is it kind of the same thing? No kidding. Michael D, that's funny. Is BIPOC what Biggie said just before pulling the trigger? Sorry, had to. No, it's funny. You know, they've been dead for a while. It's okay. Interesting. Let's try to. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. You got me looking this stuff up, y'all. Okay. Yeah, describes the people whose ancestors were slaves in the USA before the Civil War. Okay, and I mean, then I guess the question, because I tried to find something really quick to see if it was any more of a deep dive, and it just stopped. That's interesting. That's an interesting theory, Mr. T12, about Puffy or P. Diddy calling the hit on Tupac. That's interesting. That's interesting, guys. But anyway, I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit later. But okay, guys, that about wraps it up tonight. But I will, I might come on a little bit later tomorrow. Maybe I will definitely be putting something up on 50th try. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. He said, if you ever come to Canada, I'll give you a blunt. See, I don't smoke, but if Ish hits the fan in November, Ish is going to hit the fan no matter what. Whether Biden wins or Trump wins, we all lose. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And yes, Yogi Fish, the rabbit hole is deep for sure. I might be coming on a little bit later on tomorrow evening. I don't know yet. Maybe like early evening type thing. I haven't made a full decision yet about it, but I might be doing that. So, and wow factor, I've smoked, of course. You know what I'm saying? I have. You know, it's just not something that I enjoy. You know, personally, it's just not my thing. You feel me? But you just emailed edibles to Washington, D.C. Were they to Trump? Is he going to start talking crazy now? Is that what's going to happen? You know, I will post my Discord for sure, and I'll have that set up. I will definitely do that. I just, like I said, just haven't really rocked with it, but I will look into it and I will get on that, and Discord will be a part of our world for sure. Anyway, like I said, I got to get going, but I appreciate everybody. All y'all amazing. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go and relax a little bit because I am tired, as if like you don't already know. I'm trying to read things and I'm stumbling all over things. And yeah, I'm not even fully focused, to be completely honest. That's how tired I am. But anyway, but, you know, I love talking to all you guys, and you guys are dope as hell. And yeah, I just, it's time to turn in. Okay. But, okay. I see. Okay, Michael. But that's good on you for doing that, for real. But anyway, be sure to hit that like button down below. Please share with people, share the world, let people know about the show. I will try to be on. Like I said, I'll try to be on tomorrow. It might just be like no news types thing. It will just be like real talk, just shooting the proverbial ish with you guys type of thing. Come on for like an hour, chop it up with you guys. You know, if there is something that's hugely breaking news, then I'll probably talk about it. But other than that, just keep it light and fun and just talk about things. You know what I'm saying? So be sure to look at the community page on the YouTube channel so that you know when I'm going to be on tomorrow. I most definitely will be on tomorrow. I just already know that I'm going to do it because I'm a workaholic. But I'll see you guys then, okay? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Have a great rest of your night, all right? Don't drink too much, and if you do, hopefully you're home and not having to drive home. So be safe out there, guys. I'll see you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.